Hello everyone and welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Nightdagger, episode 11. Let's see here, what do I want to get started with today? I think I want to get started with the ability to process a resource that I'm going to need in large supply in the future, and may as well get started on now. I am of course referring to steel. As of right now I've got 13 ingots, which is a good start, but nowhere near enough. Well, there's a couple of different ways to do steel. The first one is to do an industrial blast furnace, which requires all of this crazy stuff. It requires copper nickel heating coils, which requires nickel ingots, which you have to get from centrifuging copper and iron, and it's a whole bunch of nonsense. And even then, it's a complex machine. It's a multi-block modular machine. It's annoying as hell. So we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to rely on something that I have been collecting for a while. I am, of course, referring to the slime balls that I have here and the blaze powder to make some magma creams. And if we get into our oddity bricks chest, we can gather some nether bricks and some soul sand. We can make ourselves some blast furnace bricks. Now, what is a blast furnace brick? Well, it's a railcraft device. As you probably expect from railcraft devices now, those are not tools. As you probably expect from these things now, there's more than to them than meets the eye. So, let's come out here and sleep, so as to avoid any unpleasantry. And let's come over here, speak of the devil, and he shall appear. I shall defend that coke oven, especially since it is absolutely full of coke and creosote oil. Headshot. Alright. Well, since we have our railcraft coke oven up here, which is nicely full of creosote and has a whole bunch of coke in there for us, let's go ahead and build a blast furnace here too. Well, the blast furnace is built in a very similar way to the coke oven. Except this one, it's built 4 high. There we go. And that gives us our blast furnace. The blast furnace has a couple of very simple recipes. It can turn iron ingots into steel. It can also turn iron armor into steel, or iron weapons into steel. It can even change iron plates or iron tank walls into steel. It can also change aluminum dust into aluminum, which is pretty amazing. Not that I have any real amounts of aluminum dust yet. I have like 1. I do, however, have some armor here. Now, I'm not sure if it will take used weapons and armor, but we're going to find out. Let's go ahead and grab all of our coke here. We'll drop off the gunpowder we got from the creeper, and we're going to grab a stack of iron besides. Let's head out here. I think I could actually make a second blast furnace. Let's see. Nope. Can't smelt damaged equipment. And I'm not entirely sure how long this is going to take. It's going to take quite a while though, looks like. So let's go ahead and leave some coal coke in there. Let's go see if we can get... Let's see, we started with 60, right? So we used 34. We need to get 8 more bricks. No, I don't have quite enough. I need 1 more slime ball in order to be able to do that. Oh well. Put that stuff away. Put our coal coke away. We'll come back and check on that in a little bit here. There's some other stuff that I want to get into today. First of all, let me show you what I've done off camera. I have gone through and reworked one of my rooms, specifically my thaumatorium. It was starting to get a little bit crowded in here, so I moved everything around. I have a nice spacious area for my cauldron here. I've got my water source over here now, and I've got my inscribing table actually inscribed into the floor now. Another thing you'll notice, the tower is starting to take its final form. It is made out of smooth stone now, or at least part of it. I've got 2 new rooms up there. We'll get to those in the not too distant future. Maybe even start on some of that this episode. Put that away for now. Go away too. Let's go ahead. Let's go take a look and see how much progress we've made on that. Not much. It's going, but man is it going slow. Alright. In my coke oven here, I have 64 buckets of creosote oil. I obviously don't want it hanging out in there. I want to do something with it. Let's go to the bee world. You can see my redstone energy cell here is mostly depleted. However, I have turned off the automatic recombining for my bees. So once they finish this life cycle, they're done. Reason being, I'm quickly accumulating tons of bee stuff. More than I know what to do with at the moment. However, back here in my extra miscellaneous chest, I've got some extra wax capsules. I'm going to take those with me. I need to put in a book for the front door. We come out here. Drop some wax capsules in here. They'll fill up into creosote capsules. One of these days I need to go finish pumping out that oil, and I'm going to have to refine some more fuel soon. I've gone through most of my fuel supply. But all things in good time, I have plans for that. Let's get to doing something that has been annoying the hell out of me. That being, it has been annoying me that my industrial craft room is set up in such a way that it's kind of irksome. I've got all of my stuff crammed into this corner. My MFSU barely has any power in it. My centrifuge, my extractor, everything is crammed in here. I've got some iridium ore there I forgot about. But everything's crammed in here, and I don't have room to actually build any power generation or anything like that. Let's fix that. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to pull as much of that power out of that MFSU as I can. How are we going to do that? Of course, with a Lapotron crystal. 1 sapphire, 2 electronic circuits, which I guess we could teach our system how to make electronic circuits. Seems reasonable. I'm going to teach it the good recipe. Need my wrench. Pick the first empty one here and open you. 2 electrum and refined iron. Import recipe. We're good. We know how to make electronic circuits now. Let's put in our request for 2. As soon as I find them in here, there we go. Now notice that said 0 when I have one over there. Well, the reason why it did that is because I have it set to leave 1. It's not going to pull the last one in order to fulfill a request. Fulfill a request, not fulfill. Alright, Laptron crystal. Let's hop into our IC2 room. Actually, I need to make sure my wrench is charged before I do anything. So I have an electric wrench. Yep. I want to charge my backpack too. May as well pull up the power using this before I suck the rest of it into the Laptron crystal. And almost there. We're full. Now I'll pull everything else into the Laptron crystal. This won't take nearly as long. Let's go put our iridium ore away. And go check on the progress of our steel. Looks like it's still not done. Almost. But notice how much coal coke we spent. Ooh, perfect timing. Notice how much of that coal coke we spent doing that. We spent a lot of coal coke getting that 7 steel. Steel is a pretty expensive process when you do it the Railcraft way. However, Railcraft is fuel expensive. Gregtech is resource and power expensive. Right now, Railcraft is definitely the way to go. You can also see I went ahead and converted all of my tin over to the Industrial Craft version. The reason being, the Industrial Craft version can be compressed down into blocks, whereas the, I think it's the Thermal Expansion version, can't be compressed. Let's head back to our Industrial Craft room, where we've got a nice and empty MFSU. Not enough energy for lossless wrench operation. Well, poo. Guess we'll just have to pop it in here. Throw that in, huh? There we go. It's more important to get the MFSU up. The generator, we can break. And that transformer, we're going to have to pull up. Let's just go get our pickaxe. By the way, I got an amazing pickaxe earlier. I'm breaking 3, efficiency 4, fortune 3. I was kind of just hoping for an efficiency on breaking, but I'll take what I can get. Can break a generator because it's cheap. Now, I'm pretty sure you can also break an industrial centrifuge. Most of the Gregtech stuff you can actually break. However, this, you can't. However, this you can. But I'm not quite ready to break that yet. I have another room that I've built up here. Not there. Not there. Not there. Here. I have this room built up here that I want to use for my power storage and generation for industrial craft. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my MFSU and I'm going to set him right here. I'm going to take this, I'm going to hold down Shift and right click on that, and that's going to position the output face down. Back to the warehouse. I need glass. And lots of it. I had these set up earlier. Oh, hello. Set up earlier in order to get myself the smooth stone that I used to start smoothing out the walls. We'll make use of it now to cook up some sand. Stack of coal. I don't usually like using coal because coal can be macerated down into dust, but right now I'm swimming in Fortune 3 tools. I don't have to worry too much about coal. If I need more, I'll go mining, mine up a bunch of it with Fortune. There we go. While that cooks, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab a handful of diamonds. That's right, I'm grabbing 32 of the damn things. I'm also going to grab 64 electrum. Holy crap. What am I making? Something very expensive, but very awesome. Come up here and grab some glass, and I will show you exactly what I'm making. If you do this using diamond and electrum, you get 8 glass fiber cable per every combination instead of 4 or 6. The recipe using the redstone is still there and still gives you 4. The recipe using silver is still there and still gives you 6. However, if you use electrum, you get 8, which is awesome. Now, I am going to need the help of another tool in order to be able to do some of the work that I'm about to do. I'm going to need an electric jetpack. It's a bat box, 4 pieces of refined iron, an advanced circuit, and some glowstone. Well, let's go ahead and request a circuit. We'll just request one. In our industrial craft chest over here, we have a spare bat box. We'll grab a bit more electrum, 4 glowstone, 2 lapis, circuits, electrum in the corners. My mouse is messing up on me already. I just got this mouse. It's starting to piss me off. Advanced circuits. Four pieces of refined iron. Glowstone. Advanced circuit. That box gives us the electric jetpack. However, we're going to need something just for safety's sake while we're messing around with this. We need some specialized equipment. We need rubber boots. Rubber boots are going to help us prevent taking damage if we happen to come down a little too fast. And this has to be charged. I'm actually going to want to put another link book up there. Let's come over here to our Mistcraft area. Grab ourselves a book. We'll head up to the charging center. It's the highest we have so far. This is our industrial craft power room. So we're going to stand right here. We're going to make our linking book. pop back into the Nexus. Let's modify this thing. Interlinking, following. Don't really need following. But whatever. IC2 power. There we go. Let's put our Labratron crystal back in the MFSU and put our jetpack in there to charge. Not our backpack. Well, I guess our backpack too. Put our jetpack into charge. Now, you remember quite a while ago when I said I had plans for the center of this tower? Well, those plans are about to be revealed. I'm going to need a bit of scaffolding material. I'm just going to use, I think, dirt, because it breaks quickly. Let's get our electric jetpack. Let's put the thing on. And let's take a short flight down under here, where we're going to put a piece of dirt on the wall right there. And then we're going to fly up and land on it. We're going to drill a hole in the wall. Let's fly back up here. And we used about 1,000 EU. We may as well recharge it. There we go. We're going to bore a hole in the floor here. And we're going to put a piece of glass fiber cable going down. Pop back down here. Oops. This thing's kind of finicky. Oh, come back. There we go. And if we come out here and pop down some scaffolding, if we walk over here far enough, we'll find the bottom of our MFSU. Let's tag a little bit of glass fiber there and bring it back with us. Take out our scaffolding as we go. Take out some more scaffolding. We're just going to bring that right through the wall right here. Bit more scaffolding. And if I'm looking straight down right now, I'm looking at that torch, which means I'm right in the center of my room. I want to have this power cable come up to the square before this. So, right like it is now. I'm going to break out our scaffolding. We'll hop up on there and break out the last piece. Now, why am I doing all of this? Because I want to have my rooms separated. I want to have my IC2 power generation up here, while still having the freedom to have my machines elsewhere. Specifically, way down here, in one of these rooms. Here we are. Now, I want to do the same thing right around here. Wearing my jetpack. Tag it right there. Nope. One more down. There we go. Bore a hole in the wall. Scaffolding out. Right here is where we're going to put our MV transformer with the 3 dots facing us. We're going to have our fiber cable coming in through here. Tear out the scaffolding. Through the wall. No. Replace that. And pull him through the wall. Break that out. We're good. Now, glass fiber cable has a little bit of loss. That loss ratio is 1 per 40. So you can go 40 squares without any problem whatsoever. However, on the 41st square, you'll lose 1 EU per tick. Obviously, loss is not something we want. So, let's go ahead and craft up some more of this glass fiber. We're eventually going to want a lot of it. So we may as well just get it out of the way. Feels like a lot. It is a lot, but we need it. We are going to need something in order to reboost and buffer our signal. That is going to be an HV transformer. An HV transformer is an energy crystal, 2 pieces of 4x insulated, an MV transformer, and an electronic circuit. The MV transformer is just a couple of pieces of 2x and a machine block. Easy enough. There's the machine block. In our industrial craft chest, we'll grab 2 pieces of U. We'll also grab 1 of U. Actually, we have an advanced circuit on us. We don't even need that. That's going to get us our MV transformer. However, we need some 4x insulated. Four X insulated is a misnomer. It's actually 3x. I guess the way industrial crafts, I guess the way they were thinking about it when they did it was if you single it, and then if you code it again, it's doubled, and then if you code it again with the same amount, it's quadrupled. I don't know. Never bothered to figure it out. Grab a ruby, 8 pieces of redstone. Gets us our energy crystal, MV transformer, advanced circuit. Maybe it's just regular circuit. Yep. HV transformer. We are going to go flying. And we're actually going to go, I think, up through here. Jetpack right now is a liability. How far more up do we have to go? Pretty far. Alright. Now, I think what I actually want to do, because there's a possibility I might want to take this up in the future as well. So I think what I want to do is I want to put my first transformer here, right where I'm standing. When you're using a transformer to reboost the signal, it needs to be facing away from you. The 3 dot needs to be facing that way. It will work. Don't have to worry about it. You don't have to go through any weird... Let's put my jetpack on just in case. You don't have to go through any weird redstone switching at this point. I'm kind of keeping a mental count. We may want to put another HV transformer. Yeah, I want another HV transformer. I don't think I'll technically need one, but I would rather have one and not need it than not need it. Or not have one and need it. That's what I was going for. Make another one. Doesn't take much. In the meantime, we'll get our request for a circuit in. There's our machine block. There's our MV. There's our energy crystal. There's our HV. Once again, when you're using this as a reboost, 3 dots has to be facing towards the incoming current. And I think my aim is a little bit off with this. Oops, no. Yeah, my aim was just a little bit off. Let's pull this down. And let's put that on here. Let's not do that quite yet. Have that facing the current. Break that off. And we did remember to put our MV transformer on there, so it should be safe to connect this line. We shouldn't blow anything up. No boom is a good sound. We'll come over here, we'll see we have power. Let's go ahead and pull our macerator off, because I actually don't want the macerator there now. Oh, that's wrong. That's better. Now we have power. I'm actually going to put the Gregtech industrial centrifuge right on top of this LV transformer. And yeah, I don't want the macerator there. Of course. Notice I didn't take any damage on that. It's because of the rubber boots. Thank you, rubber boots. Saving klutzes like me since their inception. And this is where we don't want. We'll just do it like that. And if I come over here, oops, not exactly what I meant to do. Put that like that with the macerator on top. Fill in the gap. There we go. That's what I wanted to do because I want to be able to put hoppers on top of these things. So I might eventually move this around even more, but for right now, it gets the job done. Actually, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of where that's at. I'm going to have to go charge my wrench before I can do anything. Recharge the wrench. And we come in for a gentle landing. I also don't want that glass fiber there. I want the macerator to be right here, which means I need my fiber there. And I want this to come around underneath here. No. Like that. That's how we want it. Put that there, macerator there. Now we're in good shape. Reason why I did that is I want to eventually have logistics pipes coming off the front of these to extract the stuff that comes out of them, and I don't want two machines sharing the same logistics pipe. So that's how we have to do it. Eventually I can put 3 more machines here, I can put 1 more there, I can put 3 more there. After that, I'm going to have to start thinking about other things. Let's come out here and go check on our blast furnace on our steel production. 21 pieces of steel, burned through most of our coal coke. How about no? Isn't that cool? Alright. We're at about 35 minutes here, so what else can we do? Well, I do want to get started. I'm not going to have time to do it this episode, but let me show you what I'm planning on for next episode, give you a little sneak peek. There are a couple of Gregtech tools that I need to get in the very near future. One of my Gregtech tools I already have. It's the Industrial Centrifuge. There's another one called the Industrial Electrolyzer, which is this thing right here. It's not terribly expensive. It requires an extractor, an electrolyzer, a magnetizer, a couple of advanced circuits, and some refined iron. As a matter of fact, I might be able to do that now. Yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can get that done this episode. So, the Industrial Electrolyzer requires 2 advanced circuits, which means we're going to need to get a regular circuit. It requires an extractor, which we know how to make one of those. We're going to need some refined iron. Quick. Just go ahead and toss 6 pieces in there. Toss that. Interrupting cow says, "What?" It says, "I'm in your workshop, bitch." Alright. We're also going to need a circuit for that. We're going to need a circuit for that. We're going to need... Oh, actually I don't need a circuit for that. We just need a machine block, we need a couple of iron fences, and some redstone. Iron fences are made using refined iron. Surprise, surprise. Put our steel away. We also need a machine block. You know what? In the interest of speed, let's be a little wasteful. And it occurs to me that I don't need nearly as much coal as I'm throwing in here. But whatever. I'll leave it in there and cook some more glass or something. I'm glad it doesn't require that much coal to make refined iron. Wow. Okay, there's our machine block. Let's go ahead and grab just a handful of redstone dust. Alright, that gets us our magnetizer. We need 20 wooden planks. To get 4 tree taps. Good enough for now. That gets us our machine block, which combined with our electronic circuit and our 4 tree taps, it's going to get us our extractor. We need an electrolyzer, which is an electronic circuit, a machine block, a couple of empty cells, and some copper wire. Empty cells are easy enough. copper wire. We got quite a bit of that lying around. We are going to need at least 4 more circuits. Oh, need to toss some refined iron in here. Also going to need some more copper cable, which means I need more rubber. There we go. Throw that in there. Let's try this again. We're actually just going to request 3. Alright, magnetizer. Empty cells. And, damn it. Pick those up. And what am I doing wrong? Electronic circuit, machine block. Oh, that's magnetizer, not machine block. That would do it. Alright, machine block with empty cells and wire gets us the electrolyzer. And 2 pieces of that, and 2 pieces of that, 2 pieces, or 4 pieces of that. And this is going to get us our 2 electronic circuits. And if we do a little bit of this, magnetizer on the bottom, extractor on the top, electrolyzer in the middle, that gets us our industrial electrolyzer. And that's going to be it for this episode. We'll set it up next episode. This has been Nightdagger with Let's Play Mod of Minecraft, episode 11. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far, and I will catch you next time.